Check out Navin streaming network for all your streaming needs. We provide multiple angles, video and photo slides, clean audio, recording a full live stream. Contact us at 335-0205. Remember the name, Navin Streaming Network, bringing real-time events to you.
जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय
लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे हरि मणि मुख जनयानत नारी लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे हरि मणि मुख जनयानत नारी गजब मणिमाला गले तुझ सोहे गजब मणिमाला गले तुझ सोहे बाल लाल में चंद्रकला की गणपति विघ्न विनाशनहारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशनहारे जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय
जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय
मूरत में देख जननी जब चुमक चलत वो पुरजनकारी मूरत में देख जननी जब चुमक चलत वो पुरजनकारी रीति सीधी जो चाव दुलावत रीति सीधी जो चाव दुलावत सुर सम नहीं गोर सुखारे गणपति विनाशनहारे गणपति विनाशनहारे जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय
जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय
जय गणेश
जय गणपति जय 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 गणेश जय गणपति जय
दुर्गा शक्ति
शंभो शंकर देवा शंभो शंकर देवा भोले बाबा मदेवा ओम भोले बाबा महादेवा भोले बाबा महादेवा भोले बाबा महादेवा शंभु शंकर देवा
शंभु शंकर देवा
ओम शंभु शंकर देवा
शंभु शंकर देवा
ओम भोले बाबा महादेवा
भोले बाबा महादेवा
ओम भोले बाबा महादेवा
भोले बाबा महादेवा
ओम पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा
पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा
पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा
पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा
ओम पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा बोल शंभु शंकर देवा
शंभु शंकर देवा
शंभु शंकर देवा
शंभु शंकर देवा
ओम बोले बाबा बोले बाबा बोले बाबा महादेवा
भोले बाबा महादेवा
ओम बोले बाबा महादेवा
भोले बाबा महादेवा
ओम हर हर गंगे महादेवा
हर हर गंगे महादेवा
ओम हर हर गंगे महादेवा
हर हर गंगे महादेवा
ओम हर हर गंगे महादेवा ओम हर हर गंगे महादेवा ओम हर हर गंगे महादेवा जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
ओम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
ओम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा ओम पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा ओम पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा पाहि प्रभु शरणं देवा भोले बाबा महादेवा ओम भोले बाबा महादेवा शंभु शंकर देवा शंभु शंकर देवा ओम भोले बाबा महादेवा ओम भोले बाबा महादेवा 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 महादेवा
सीता के राम राधा के श्याम मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूर दे घनश्याम सीता के राम राधा के श्याम मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूर दे घनश्याम सीता के राम राधा के श्याम महलों का सुख चोर सिया ने राम का साथ निभाया लक्ष्मी ने धर रूप सिया का जग में पाप मिटाया महलों का सुख चोर सिया राम का साथ निभाया लक्ष्मी ने धर रूप सिया का जग का पाप मिटाया बना दिया इस धरती को राम भक्त का धाम सीता के राम राधा के श्याम मीरा के गिरधर नागर चोर दे घनश्याम सीता के राम राधा के श्याम राधा ने श्री श्याम सुंदर संग ऐसा रास रचाया, तीनों लोक में श्याम और राधा का पाप मिटाया। राधा ने श्री राम सुंदर संग ऐसा रास रचाया, तीन लोक में श्याम और राधा का रूप समाया। कोट कोट भक्तों को प्रभु पर राधे श्याम का नाम, सीता के राम राधा के श्याम, मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूर दे घनश्याम, सीता के राम राधा के श्याम। मीरा ने महलों की झूठी महिमा को टुकराया, तोड़ जगत के बंधन अपने गिरधर को अपनाया। मीरा ने महलों की झूठी महिमा को टुकराया, तोड़ जगत के बंधन अपने गिरधर को अपनाया। प्रेम दीवानी मीरा को कहते हैं भक्ति प्रणाम, सीता के राम राधा के श्याम, मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूर दे घनश्याम, सीता के राम राधा के श्याम। सीता राधा और मीरा का सबसे न्यारे स्वामी, सबसे न्यारी सबके प्यारे स्वामी अंतर्यामी। सीता राधा और मीरा का सबसे न्यारे स्वामी, सबसे न्यारे सबसे प्यारे स्वामी अंतर्यामी। सदा बनाया करते प्रभु जी सबके बिगड़े काम, सीता के राम राधा के श्याम, मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूर दे घनश्याम, सीता के राम राधा के श्याम, मीरा के गिरधर नागर सूर दे घनश्याम, सीता के राम राधा के श्याम।
बहुत दिन बीत ब्रह्मपुरी में, मन में भय उदास, शिव दर्शन के चरण में चली आए कैलाश। तुमको पियाऊंगी मैं भांग बाय गगरी, बोला बाबा बसो हमार नगरे, बसो हमार नगरे, बसो हमार नगरे, चलो हमार नगरे, बसो हमार नगरे, बोला बाबा बसो मो नगरे, बोला बाबा बसो मो नगरे, बोला बाबा बसो मो नगरे, बोला बाबा। बसो हमार नगरे, बसो हमार नगरे, चलो हमार नगरे, बसो हमार नगरे, बोला बाबा बसो मो नगरे, साईं बाबा, बोला बाबा बसो हमार नगरे, साईं बाबा। तुम्हारे बैल को मेवा मंगाए, तुम्हारे बैल को मेवा मंगाए, तुमको पियाऊंगी मैं भांग बाई गगरे, तुमको पियाऊंगी मैं भांग बाई गगरे। बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा, बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा। तेरी सहाय मगनन स्पर से, तेरी सहाय मगनन स्पर से, शिव शिव नाम जपत सब परहि, शिव शिव नाम जपत सब परहि। बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा, बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा। तो गिरजापति ज्ञान तनाही, तो गिरजापति ज्ञान तनाही। तुमको धर्म करम गयो बिगड़े, तुमको धर्म करम गयो बिगड़े। बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा, बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा। तेरी सहाय मगनन स्पर से, तेरी सहाय मगनन स्पर से। तुमको धर्म करम गयो बिगड़े, तिनको धर्म करम गयो बिगड़े। बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा, बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा। ऐसन बाबा के बैकुंठ पटाए, ऐसन बाबा के बैकुंठ पटाए। ऐसन बाबा के बैकुंठ पटाए। यही पुरुष को यही के नगरे, यही पुरुष को यही के नगरे। बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा, बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा। बसो हमार नगरे, बसो हमार नगरे, बसो हमार नगरे, बसो हमार नगरे। बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा, बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा, बोला बाबा बसो मोर नगरी, बोला बाबा।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्। अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम्, अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभं, रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्। कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं। तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं, तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं। अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्। कौन
प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। सबको सीताराम, सबको सीताराम। Very good. On behalf of this wonderful family, we shall have wonderful sons, sister-in-law, nieces, most importantly, her father-in-law, and the extended family. I take this opportunity to welcome all of you to this, the second night of 3 nights of satsang, all in great memory of a wonderful soul. Oh, I welcome Pundit Anand, a son, a brother, a father, a husband, an uncle, a friend, a devotee of God. And most importantly, a devotee of God. Because if he was not a devotee of God, we would not be sitting here tonight. Because of his karma, because of the life, his family thought it fit that we must celebrate the life of our beloved one. And let us do it in the form of satsang. On Sunday, we'll perform the Shrad. And on Sunday will be Judgment Day for Anand. After a year journey, he's going to watch a movie. And the star boy in the movie will be Anand. He's going to watch what he did with his life from the time of birth to the time of death. And that happens to all of us. When we die, we take the form as a Hindu, a body big as his thumb is waiting for us. After performing all of the Shrad and offering of the Pindas, for a period of 1 year, the soul travels in a body big as his hand. On the day of the Uttam Shrad, which we perform on Sunday, the soul comes out back from that body and enters back into the body big as his thumb. And seated with that soul in the body big as his thumb is a very good friend of all of us. His name is Yamaraj. The god of death will be seated with him and he's going to watch a movie. And that day is Judgment Day. So tonight, blessings to this wonderful family for giving us the opportunity to sit with them, to pray with them, to sing with them, to laugh with them, to cry with them, as they celebrate the life of the beloved one. Special welcome to members of our group. Special welcome to our Bhaya Krishna on the PA, and Navin on our stream, and to all of you wonderful devotees, Shubh Swagatam. We have listened to beautiful bhajans. Let us put our hands together now. Bow our heads, close eyes, as we meditate upon that Supreme Being, Bhagavan Sriram. Bedecked with that yellow pitambal dhoti, bow and arrow in hand. Standing next to him is Devi Sita. At his feet, Pavana Putra Hanuman. To that Prabhu Sriram, we bow again and again. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Gajananam Bhutaganar-sevitam Kapita-jumbo palachar-bhakchatam Umasutam shoka-vinashakarakam Namami Viganeshwara-pada-pankajam Vinadare Vipulamangaladhanishile Bhaktartinashani Viranchahare Shabande कीर्ते प्रदे अखिल मनरोदे महाहृदे विद्या प्रदायनी सरस्वती नौमिनेत्यम् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलङ्गं सीतासमारोपितभानभागं पाणौ महासायकुचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम। Everybody, श्रीराम
जय राम।
रामायण सुमिरन। जो सुमिरत सिद्धि हो गणनायक करी बड़ पदना करवो अनुग्रहसो
शुभ गुण सदा
मोक होहि वाशा जासु कृपा सुदया नील सरो लोहशा करवो सो मम पुरधा कुंजयेन्दु समदे जाहिदेन परने ओ बांधव गुरु पथका महामोह तमपो श्री गुरु चरण Before we go into Katha, let us blend our voices and glorify Bhagwan through the medium of Bhajan. आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान,
ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे
भक्त रहे हमरा अधिकारे, भगवन राह दिकारे। भक्त रहे हम राह दिकारे, भगवन राह दिकारे। कदम कदम पर किरण बिचारे, भगवन किरण बिचारे। इन्हीं कियन को प्रभु करारे, इन्हीं कियन को प्रभु करारे। ज्योति से पहचान, ज्योति से पहचान।
आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे
हम तो है संतान तिहारे, प्रभु संतान तिहारे। हम तो है संतान तिहारे, प्रभु संतान तिहारे। तेरी दया पर हम अधिकारे, प्रभु है हम अधिकारे। दुनिया होवे सुखे हमारे, दुनिया होवे सुखे हमारे। ऐसा दे वरदान, ऐसा दे वरदान।
आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका है भगवान।
प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय। So tonight, my dear friends, last night we heard from Pandit Abhiranand the beautiful discourse from Bhagavad Gita. What chapter? What verse? 29. Chapter 5, verse 29. I'm reminding us that the purpose of this human birth is to gain moksha. It's for this Atma to merge with Paramatma. Everything we do in life, the moment you take birth, just as tonight we congratulate Akash, give him a round of applause, I will tell you. Akash have gained his diploma in agriculture. Very proud of you, son. May Bhagwan continue to bless you. The blessings of your mother, I'm sure the blessings of your father and all your relatives are upon you. And more so, Bhagwan. Make us proud. When our children are climbing in this path of education, we should be very happy and proud of them. So the moment we take birth in this world, the purpose of birth is to gain moksha. So everything you do in your life, should keep you in the path of bhakti and devotion towards God. And once you're in that path, you are treading the right path towards Bhagwan. I ask you a question tonight. Do you consider yourself special? Neil? You don't consider yourself special? Vishal? Bashi? You are very special. Sintra? We are all special in different ways. Our loved ones will see us special. They see tonight, you are very special. Why? Because this family extend an invitation to us. Binu satasanga vivekana hoi, Rama kripa binu sulabhana soi. When we get the opportunity to sit in satsang, when you get the opportunity to be part of a puja, when you get the opportunity to do something good, even of a group on stage, those who are viewing us live, you are very special. Why? God have chosen you to be here. And once God have chosen you to be here, you are special. You have a saying, many are called, few are chosen. The few chosen ones is yourselves, and you are very special. Never think for one moment you are not special. Once you have the opportunity to pray, once you have the opportunity to listen to the name of God, once you have the opportunity to do puja, you are special. So Prabhu Sriram took avatar in the home of Raja Dashrath. Prabhu Sriram, being born in the home of a king, enjoyed life to the max. He had all comforts of this world. His father never allowed him to feel for anything. Everything was offered to Sriram. Until one day, that's Lord Prabhu Sriram had to leave behind everything that was promised to him. His father had chosen him to become the crown prince, to sit on the asana and to rule Ayodhya. And all preparations were being made for Prabhu Sriram to become the Yugraj, the crown prince. But in a twinkle of an eye, everything changed. Instead of Prabhu Sriram seated on the asana to rule Ayodhya, Prabhu Sriram had to leave Ayodhya to go to the forest. Everyone around him, devotees, his loved ones, they felt the pain. That the one that they enjoyed company with, the one they loved, the one they cared for, and who he cared for, they had to say goodbye to him. And to say goodbye to someone that we love, to say goodbye to someone special in our lives, my dear devotees, it's a difficult task. Especially if we know we are not going to see that person again. The people in Ayodhya only had to say goodbye for 14 years, yet they felt the pain. This family had to say goodbye for life. That is why congratulations to them for doing this. So as Prabhu Sriram made preparations to go to the forest, he looked at his father, he looked at his mother, his Dulahin accompanied him, his brother accompanied him, and Prabhu Sriram set his journey to the forest. Chor chale aaj hamare Ram, Ayodhya chor chale. चोर चले आज हमारे राम, अयोध्या चोर चले. बनवासी बन राज दुलारे,
सबसे नाता शोर चले मुख मोर चले
आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले
चला राम का सेवक बन कर लक्ष्मण जैसा भाई चले जानकी बन कर अपने प्रीतम पे पर छाई नर नारी पशु पंछी सबका मन कुलाता चोर चले मुख मोर चले
आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले
As the Lord sat on that chariot, the people of Ayodhya looked at him as the chariot is driving out from Ayodhya, tears flow from their eyes. They held on to the horses, they held on to the wheels. Oh Lord, please don't go, please don't go. You are everything to us, please stay behind. But hasi bole Raghuvansa Kumara Bhidikara Leka Nametanara. Whatever God stamps on this forehead of ours, we have to face. Bhagwan Sriram looked at Suman. Suman, I know my people love me, I know they care for me. But this is my destiny, this is my karma. The time has come, Suman, that I must say goodbye to them. Please, Suman, do not hold back, but continue on our journey. And as the people, devotees, they lie down, they didn't want to say goodbye. We are never ready to say goodbye. As they lie down there, Suman had to drive the horses zigzag. And so Prabhu Sriram continued. लक्ष्मण बिना महल है सोना सीता बिना रसोई राम बिना है सोनी अयोध्या सारी प्रजा रोए चोर की कलियों की गले आता तू से नाता चोर चले मुख मोर चले
आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले
चोर चले आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो चले आज हमारे राम अयोध्या जो
चले
So Prabhu Sriram had his journey. Just like all of us. Just like Bhaiya Anand, he had his journey. The people of Ayodhya was left behind. I know what they did, just like this family is doing tonight. They prayed. They sat down together in front of their murtis in their homes. They sat and they prayed for the welfare of Bhagwan, praying that he will return to them. And this is what we are doing here tonight. We are praying for the soul of Anandji. And they prayed. Prabhu Sriram continued his journey. As he continued his journey, devotees, Prabhu Sriram met with many Rakshas and many holy people. And a time came that Prabhu Sriram, together with Lakshman, together with Sita, the time came that Bhagwan Ram had to act a very important role. The purpose of him taking avatar. And Bhagwan Ram had to do something. Let us say, Pratham Duha. मन गए बन की जब लेना मोल पल का Lakshman, he left the feet of Prabhu Sriram and Sita. And Lakshman went to the forest deeper in the woods to gather Moola Palakam, to gather fruits, roots, and bulbs. And as Bhagwan Lakshman left Prabhu Sriram, Janaka Sutasana Bola Bihasi Kripa Sukabring. Prabhu Sriram took the opportunity to speak to his beloved Dulahin, Sita. And as he looked at Sita, he spoke to her with pleasing words. Let us hear how he spoke to her in Chaupai. सुन प्रिया व्रत रुचिर सुशीला मैं कछु करबी ललित लीला
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
तुम पावक महु करहु निवासा चौलगी करमु निशाचर नासा
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
सुनो प्रिया भ्रत रुचि सुशीला. Husbands, how do you speak to your wives? How do you address your wives? Hey girl, come here first. He looked at his Dulahin and he said, Sunu Priya, oh my beloved. Oh my beloved, my faithful and beautiful wife. Prabhu Sriram. Mai kachu karabi lalita naralila. I'm going to act a very important part of my lila. I'm going to act a very important part of my lila. And so, tumho pavak mao kaho mahu karabanivasa jaulagi karu nisachara nasa. And this place is surrounded with demons of different kind. And so it is my duty to ensure that you are protected, my dear beloved. I cannot leave you here in the open. I must leave protection for you. And so I can continue my lila. So Sriram, Ramayan is a way of life. Ramayan teaches us how to live. Prabhu Sriram is going to do something in his life. He has a very important part of his lila to act. And who he told first? His Dulahin. He spoke to his wife, allowing his wife to know what is his plans. Sometimes she's the last one to know. What is his plans? And more so, I must protect you. Although I am going to act this lila, although I am going to do this part of my lila, I must make sure that you are protected. You know, that is one of the vows that the Dulahin asks of the Dulaha on the day of marriage. That if you are going to leave our home to go abroad on pleasure or business, I must have the assurance that our home and the welfare of our family is protected. You must make sure that you do not leave this home unprotected. And this is what Sriram is saying. I'm going to act this lila. So I want you to be protected. And telling her this, immediately she understood and she accepted. She didn't make no argument. She did not make any argument. Immediately, Prabhu Paradarihi Analasamani, she bowed to the feet of her husband. I'm bowing to the feet of her. Nija Pratibandharaki Tamasita, Taisi Shila Rup Subhanita. She called on the Shakti of Agni Devata, on the fire god. and calling on that fire god, this Sita, she entered into that fire. And entering into that fire, devotees, when the fire was outed, they saw someone looking, dressed, everything like Sita, except it was not Sita. It was Vedvati. Vedvati, devotees, in her younger days, Ravan disrespected her. And she gave Ravan a sarap, a curse. The day that you have disrespected me, I will come back and I will be the cause of your generation being destroyed. Not you alone, but your entire generation. So she waited in that fire in this very spot. She waited there. And Sita entered there. And coming out of that fire was Vedvati, looking like Sita. Lakshmana hey maramuna jana jo kachu charita rachu bhagavana. Not even Lakshman, devotees, knew the secret of this. When he returned and he saw everything, he saw Prabhu Sriram, he saw Sita, he did not know that was not Sita. And so they continued. What happened? Let us hear Shaupai. दसमुख घय हो जा मामा नीचा मैं माता सर्वतरत नीचा
जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम
नवनी नीच खे अति दुख भाए जिमि अमो को दहनो उबलाए
जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय
भैधायक रामा भैधायक कलकई प्रिय मानी जिमि अकाल की कुसुम भवानी जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय
राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
तुलसीदास जी शिव दस मुख गए जहम मारीच नई माँ मैं माता सर्वत रतनीच. In the forest now, there was a Rakshas. His name was Marich. And Marich's cousin, his name was Ravan. At that moment, Ravan now, devotees, he went to meet his cousin Marich. Navani neech kai ati dukadhai jimi anukusha dhanu urga bilai. When Marich saw Ravan coming, Marich got worried. For one, Ravan was a king. And we all know a king does not move alone. He always have his guards with him. But on this occasion, Ravan was moving alone. So when Marich saw Ravan coming, immediately Marich started to think, something is not right here. Something is not, for this king, especially this king by the name of Ravan, coming to the forest, moving by himself, he do not have a good plan. Something is wrong. And immediately Marich realized he have to work quickly with Ravan. You know, sometimes you're going along the road and you meet someone. And you meet someone, well, we will meet somebody good. So you're glad to talk to that person. But sometimes you get up and you're going along again and you see somebody and you know, okay, see that person? I should stay away from that person. That is trouble. So Marich immediately think, Ravan, that is trouble. He's not coming here with good thinking. So immediately, Kari puja Maricha dabasadara puche bhat kavan hetu man bhyag ati akshara ahutat. And so immediately he got up, he paid his reverence to Ravan. With respect, asked him, tell me, O sire, O great one, why have you come here alone? What brought you here? You are alone coming through this forest by yourself? And Ravan hearing this, Ravan replied, Dasamukha sakala kathate aage kahi saheta abhimana abhage ohu kapata mregato machala kari jihi bidi hari anundre panari. Everybody, Jai Rama.
Rama Jaya Jaya Rama, Sri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama.
One more time. Jai Rama.
Sri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama, Sri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama.
Maharaj speaking to Ravan, tell me, O sire, O king, why are you here alone? Immediately, Dasamukha sakala katha te aage kahi sahita abhiman abhage. Ravan devotees, he started to boast about himself. In telling Maharaj, afraid, you ask me if I'm afraid? Don't you know who I am? I'm Ravan. Not me, eh? I'm Ravan. There is no one in this world I'm afraid of. No animal, no man, nothing. I can walk and do whatever I want. Everyone must show respect to me. I am Ravan. Mata kar tu abhiman re bande, mata kar tu abhiman. See that word abhiman is one of our downfall in society. When we think we are bigger and we are better than everyone. The only one is bigger and better than all of us is Bhagwan. And he does not look down at us in any negative way. So we should not look at one another in a negative way. Ravan devotees started to boast of his power, his strength. Boast of what he had in possession. And their Maharaj devotees, he listened. Ravan is saying, Maharaj, I'm here for you to do something for me. See, Ravan had a sister. And on one occasion, she approached Prabhu Sriram. And when she approached Prabhu Sriram to be her husband. But Prabhu Sriram told her, I already have Sita. I don't need a wife. Look, my brother here, Lakshman, go by him. So she went by Lakshman. When she went by Lakshman, Lakshman told her, I don't need any wife. I'm here to serve my Lord and Master. I don't want any more responsibility. So she went back by Sriram. She went back by Lakshman. And to and fro. Until Lakshman was a little terrier kind of fella. You know what terrier mean? He had a lot of rage in him. Lakshman temper was right here. Anybody like that here tonight? Anybody temper right here? Well, they never see me vexed. So immediately Lakshman devotees, when he realized she was to and fro, Lakshman took his arrow and he cut off a piece of her nose and hairs. And she ran to her brother. And going to her brother, she started to cry. And of course, as her brother, he didn't ask what happened. And that is our downfall sometimes. Eh? Our loved one comes with a complaint and we never take time to ask, why you reach in that position? Why you reach? Be quick. Okay, somebody hit my child, they had to pay for it. And sometimes our children, sometimes our loved ones are the wrong ones. So he didn't ask. Immediately, he said, okay, that Ram, that Lakshman, that Sita, they have to pay. So he went to Maharaj and he told Maharaj, Maharaj, I want you to disguise yourself in the form of a golden deer. You see, all of us devotees are born with certain gifts. When you took birth in this world, God blessed you not only with the human birth, but He blessed you with talent, He blessed you with gifts. And some of us will use those gifts to elevate ourselves and to elevate society. And some of us will use the same gifts to elevate ourselves but to bring down society. Anytime God have blessed you with certain talents, with certain gifts, use it wisely. Tonight, our musicians are here. Think I alone could have come here? If I alone had come here, they'd have said, Baba, you alone? You hear a boring voice? So we all have a part to play. As my guru tells me, no man is an island. We all depend on one another. And when we come together, Jaha sumati taha sampati nana, Jaha kumati taha vipati nidhana. When we come together and we work together and we join forces together, there is always something called sumati. What is sumati? Gain, prosperity, love, peace. But when there is no unity, when there is no peace, we have something called kumati. Anybody named Kumati here? Who named Kumati in your mind? Had somebody named Kumati in your mind? Huh? Say no. Say nobody named Kumati in your mind. Kumati means destruction. So here devotees, Ravan saying, I want you to use your gift, not for a right purpose, but I want you to use your gift so that we can make a plan together to destroy Ram, Lakshman and Sita. See the kind of people we have in society? That they use their talents, they use their gifts to destroy, to hurt, to cause pain to others, to cause pain to a family, to rob someone of their loved one. When God bless you with something good, use it wisely. Because 3 questions are asked on the day of Judgment Day. What have you done for yourself? What have you done for society? And what have you done for your family? What are we doing as human beings for society? What are we doing for our families? We're doing for ourselves, we're sure about that. But are we doing anything for our family? Are we doing anything for society? Here, devotees, when Maharaj heard what Ravan wanted, Maharaj devotees, he looked at him and he said, listen, Uddasamukh Chaupai.
तेहि पुनि कहा सोनाई दस सीता पुनि को कहा सो नहीं दस सीसा ते नर रूप चार चर पीता
जय राम श्री राम जय जय रामा जय राम श्री राम जय जय रामा श्री राम जय जय रामा
तासो तात भय नहीं कीजे मारे महाराज से जय जय श्री राम जय राम जय जय मुनि मकरातन गय कुमारा बिनु पर सरर कुपति मोहि मारा मोहि हरि मारा रामा मोहि हरि मारा बिनु पर सरर रघुपति मोहि मारा
जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
सतयोजन आकोचन माही तिन सन भयरो केहि बल नाही ओ केहि बल नाही रामा केहि बल नाही तिन सन भयरो केहि बल नाही
जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
If someone approaches you to perform a wrong act, what will be your reply? If someone approaches us to perform a wrong act and we know that act is going to cause a lot of pain, not only to the individual as it's asking us to perform the act, but to society. Maharaj, when he listened to what Ravan was asking him, knowing how powerful Ravan was, knowing who was Ravan, know what he was capable of, Maharaj summoned some courage to speak to him. You know, sometimes we say, yes, you must tell them as it is. But sometimes knowing the individual and knowing what they are capable of, we remain quiet. Because we are afraid. And nothing wrong. The society that we are living in today, we have to stay behind closed doors. Sometimes we see things happening and we have to shut these eyes because we need to protect ourselves and our family. So Maharaj summoned some courage to speak. And he spoke to Ravan out of experience. The greatest teacher that we can come across is someone who is experienced. So Maharaj looked at Ravan. Tuni tehi punikaha sunahi dasisha te nararupa chacharaisha. That old 10-headed one, Ravan had 10 heads, 20 arms. So Maharaj knows that this person that he's going to speak to is capable of death himself. But yet he told him, he said, O Ravan, O Sire, O King, that person who you are asking me to go against and make enemy with, that person is not an ordinary person. That person, tao sa tat baru nahi kije, mari mari jahi, jahi majije. That person, O Sire, you should not make enmity with, but you should make friendship with. That person is Bhagwan. He said he was just a prince, a Kumar, and I got punished from him. So I know his power, I know what he's capable of. You see, when Maharaj, Subahu, and Tarika, on one occasion they went to disturb the penance of Vishwamitra Mahamuni. He was doing puja. And they went to disturb that puja. And when Vishwamitra, who was capable of destroying them, Vishwamitra had decided, you know what? And this is a lesson to all of us. Never allow anyone or anything to rob you from your spiritual growth.
Never allow anyone, anything to rob you of your spiritual life and your growth. Because no one can give you that. Your penance, your peace, your sacrifice is what allows your spiritual life to grow. And do not let anything, anyone, or any situation takes you away from that. So, Vishwamin, a very powerful and great Pundit, he said, you know what? I have performed penance, I have performed puja, but I will use this opportunity to go and visit Ram and let him deal with Mari, Tarika and Subahu. Leave it in the hands of God. You continue praying, and I guarantee you continue praying. See that man over there, up there? He don't sleep. He don't sleep, believe me. When the time is right, sometimes we get fed up and say, God, you ain't working fast enough, man. Look how much puja I'm doing. Look what's going on. Look what is happening in my home. Look what is happening in my family. Prabhu, I'm doing puja, I'm doing yajna, I'm doing everything, and yet trouble coming to me. He will deal with it. Believe that. So he went to Prabhu Sriram, and Prabhu Sriram went with Vishwamin to the forest. He told Vishwamin, continue doing your puja. I will guard. And so he destroyed Tarika, he destroyed Subahu. But he took a blunt arrow and he shot Maricha. And Maricha went thousands of miles away and he landed at this very spot. So he's telling Ravan, that person that you want to make enemy with, I have learned a lesson from him. I went to make enemy with him. I went to destroy him. But he's powerful, Ravan. Do not go and make enmity with him. Make him your friend. I see in life, devotees, we must learn. It's okay to make a mistake, you know. It's okay to find yourself in trouble sometimes. But you must learn from that. We must learn to elevate ourselves and do not be that person that was in trouble. Use it. You know, there was this Garaha. You know what is that Garaha? Don't go and call nobody Garaha. A donkey. So the donkey one day, while walking in the farm where his master owned, a donkey ended up falling down inside a hole. So when the donkey fell down in the hole, the master saw that. And the master started to think, boy, it's trouble to take this donkey out of this hole. But you know what? The donkey is old now. And he ain't capable of pulling too much a load again. So instead of going to take forces and strength and power and material to take him out of the hole, it's easier to bury him in the hole. So he called his friends and decided, hey, you know what? This donkey, let us cover him inside there. He's serving time. So they started to throw the dirt inside the hole to cover the donkey. And every time they started to throw the dirt and the dirt fell upon the donkey got frightened. So he pulled back. And after a couple shovels of dirt went in, the donkey realized what they wanted to do. So the donkey stepped back, and every shovel of dirt they threw in the hole, the donkey took his 2 foot and he patted. He patted, he patted, he patted, until he made a ladder to climb out the hole. So the trouble will come to you in different forms. Use it to elevate yourself. Do not sit and mope with it and cry with it. Use it, you know what? I have to go through this. I have to face this. As I said, Hasi bole Raghuban Kumara, but God stamps here, nobody could change. Whatever day the passport stamp and it will expire and so much, you could go and change it? Try it now. Call me and tell me what happened. If they give you 10 years to America, you could go and change it now for 20 years? Anybody try it? Call me, I'll give you my number. You cannot change that. So what God stamped here, we cannot change. We have to go through it. But use it to better yourselves. Maharaj learned from his mistake. Maharaj learned that, you see, that ram that person that I wanted to destroy, that person I wanted to cause enemy with, doesn't make sense. That is somebody I should embrace. That's somebody I should keep close to me. And that is what we should do in life. We should keep God close to us. Have a good relationship with God. Because you know why? Maharaj said, you know what? I do not know if I will come this way again. God have granted me this human birth. I made a mistake, O Ravan. And today, I'm able to guide and to help you for you not to make that mistake I made. Young people, sometimes our parents tell us that, boy, don't go in that place now, it's not good. Don't go so late now, come home early. And some of us, we're not had all the time. We're telling what to do now. Because of them having their time, they know what they met there. They know the experiences they had there. And they do not want you as their children to go through that. Yes, they had their time. They went to places, and by going to those places, they knew what it had and what they met there. And it was not a good sight. They were strong enough to pull themselves out of that. Some of us, the younger ones, are not strong enough to pull ourselves out of that. We get entangled in it and we lose ourselves. Maricha is telling Ravan, do not get yourself tangled here. Ravan, look what you have. You are a king. You have the human birth. You have so many great things before you. Use it wisely. Because, O Ravan, you will not get this opportunity again. The old Pundits just sing this bhajan.
Samayane avat barambar, O samayane avat barambar, O samayane avat barambar, O samayane avat बढ़े भाग मानुष तन पायो, ओ बढ़े भाग मानुष तन पायो, यही है मुक्ति द्वार, ओ यही है मुक्ति द्वार, तो समय न आवत बारंबार, समय न आवत दो दिन का पहुनाई जगत में, दो दिन का पहुनाई जगत में, ओ दो दिन का पहुनाई जगत में, माया में भरमाया, ओ माया में भरमाया, तो समय न आवत बारंबार, तो समय न आवत बारंबार, ओ समय न आवत बारंबार। हरे भाग मानुष तन पायो. By great fortune, you have secured this human birth. All of us who are human beings here, you did not secure this bird just so. Look at this bird we have here. Very nice bird. But where is the bird? Behind a cage. Where is the dog? On a chain. Where is the human being? Seated right here. See the power you have? But sometimes the bird and the dog is better than human being. The dog is more faithful sometimes than a human being. The bird brings more company to than the human being. पिंजरे के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द न जाने को, तेरा दर्द न जाने को, पिंजरे के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द न जाने को, तेरा
बाहर से तो खामोश रहे और बाहर से तो खामोश है और भीतर भीतर रो रे ओ भीतर भीतर रो तेरा दर्द न जाने को तेरा दर्द न जाने को सके तो अपनी कहानी तेरे भी पंछी या जिंदगानी रे कह न सके तो अपनी कहानी तेरे भी पंछी या जिंदगानी रे विधि न तेरी कथा लिखी आंसू में कलम डुबो तेरा दर्द न जाने को तेरा दर्द न जाने को
पिंजरे के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द न जाने को तेरा दर्द न जाने को
cage bird, no one knows your pain or your suffering. Outwardly you look pleasant and nice, but inwardly you are crying, you are weeping. You are saying, oh master, free me. Free me from this cage so I can go and be free and I can enjoy. The soul, which is the bird, is in the cage, which is the body. And the soul is saying, I'm enveloped in this body, but this body is not doing anything for me. You are not taking the feet to go to the holy places. We are not using the hands to chahave flowers. We are not using the lips to sing bhajan. So what are you doing for me as a soul? Nothing. So better you free me from this and let me go somewhere else where I can get elevation. Take care of your bird. Take care of your soul. Because one day the soul is going to be freed. Depend on what you did with these hands, these feet, these lips, this body, depends where the soul will go. चुप के रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल की चाले रे चुप के रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल की चाले रे ये पत्थर का एक पगले कोई न तेरा हो तेरा दर्द न जाने को
तेरा दर्द न जाने को
पिंजरे के पंछी रे
तेरा दर्द न जाने को तेरा दर्द न जाने को
तेरा दर्द न जाने को तेरा दर्द न जाने को Maricha is speaking to his friend. Maricha is speaking to his cousin. Maricha is speaking to his brother. I was in a position like that. Do not make enemy with your God. If you are a Hindu, my friends, be the best Hindu. If you are a Christian, be the best Christian. If you are a Muslim, be the best Muslim. Have a relationship with your God. And this is what Maharaj is telling Ravan. Have a relationship with your God. You have the opportunity. He is before you. How far you think God is from you? Akash? Right within you. How far is your eyelashes from your eye?
Could you see eyelashes? If you put on the long one, of course. That is the distance between us and God, from our eyelashes to our eyes. Clear the mandamati, clear the darkness, clear the ignorance, clear the hate, clear the jealousy, clear it. And let us have a relationship with God. Maharaj is telling him, make peace. Have a relationship with your God. Ravan listened to him. You continue, Maharaj continue, tell him, O Ravan, Jahu bhavan kul kushal vichari, sunat jar dhinashi bhagughari. Think of the welfare of who? Your cool, your family. This is what Ravan is telling him. Think of the welfare of your family. You want me to perform an act. But this act will not only bring destruction to you, my friend, it will bring destruction to your family. When we act and we do things, devotees, it does not only bring blessings to us, this family alone, Anand alone is not receiving the blessings of this satsang, you know. His mother and all those who have left, the generation that have gone, the present generation, the generation that come in this family is receiving what you all are doing. On Sunday, you will call Tarpan, we will offer Tarpan for who you never even know in your life, but you have to call the name. You never see them in your life. That is the power of family. So he's telling him, perform an act. Do something with this human birth that God has given to you that will not only bring blessings to you, Ravan, but will bring blessings to your family, to your cool. Ask any mother or father that's seated here tonight. When they go by the jandi or they go by the puja room and they put their hands together and start to pray, how much name them does have to call? Sometimes we ask them, are you doing a Bhagavad inside it? Sometimes they forget to call their own name. But they call their children, they call their family, they call the neighbors, they call the God help everybody. This is what Maharaj is saying. Think, perform an act, and all of us are listening to us tonight. When you do something, tonight, Akash graduated. How his mother is feeling? How his siblings is feeling? How his family is feeling? They are a little bittersweet. Because someone who should have been here to share this moment with them is here. Not physically, but is here. Do things, young people especially, do things in society today that not only your name will ring, but society will recognize you. I mean, we are recognizing the young people today, but not many things for good things. Do the right things. Maharaj is telling Ravan, think of your family. Guru Jimi Murah Karasi Mama Bhoda Kahu Jaga Mohi Samana Joda. But could you talk to someone with Abhiman? Could you speak or try to get advice to someone who would think they are better than anybody? When he spoke to Ravan, giving him the right advice to change around his life a little bit. And that is important. We must learn to change. I always keep saying to my members in my mandir, there's time to turn that page. That one day recognize that you have to go to the great beyond. If it's one thing that all of us just show off, is that. You're not sure if you're going to win the lotto. You're not sure if you're going to get a vacation. You're not sure if you're going to buy the Benz. But you're sure. Either we're going Carney, Tunapuna, Mosquito Creek, wherever. We're going down there. We are sure of that. So if we are sure of that, why don't plan for it? Why don't put things in place for it? Just as you put in a place, you know, I want insurance, I want this, I'm going for a vacation when I'm 50 years, I want to go India, you plan, that is good. Plan that one day to come, you have to go. And this is what the night sky is about. Planning for this day that we call death. Being among the right people that can advise you and that can hold you to uplift your life. Company is very important. Show me a friend, I tell you who you are. Here, devotees, when Maharaj realized Ravan spoke, you know what he told Maharaj? Hey, you want to be a guru to me? You want to tell me, you want to teach me? Don't you know who I am? I am Ravan. And he banged his hand in his chest like this. Nobody could tell me what to do. I call the shots. When Maharaj realized who he was speaking with, although he knew that, but he thought he would make a difference at this moment. When he realized that he would not listen, Maharaj thought to himself, Tava Maharaj, Hidrai Anumana, Nava hi Birod Nahi Kalyana, Shasri Marni Prabhu Satadhani, Bheda Bhani Kabi Bhusanagani. It do not make sense making enmity with the following type of people. Do not make enemy with an armed man. Do not make enemy with one who knows your secret. Do not make enemy with a powerful person. Do not make enemy with a dunce. Do not make enemy with a wealthy man. Do not make enemy with a doctor. Do not make enemy with a poet. And do not make enemy with a cook. For if you make enemy with these type of people, Panatanan, you make enemy with a cook, and them have to cook for you. What will happen? You make enemy with a poet. Uncle Money and I was a long time when they see they had classical singing, it has something called picong. And one man will sit down on a harmonium here, or to sing a picong for me and I can understand it. One man will sit down here, one man will sit down there and I go show picong. And we laughing and clapping and dancing, and that time two of them mashing up on the stage. Do not make enemy with them type of people. Do not make enemy. If somebody know your secret by you, he had to be a friend for life. You had to try not to get a man vexed at all. Because the moment you get he vexed, Jai Bhagwan. CNN anyone nothing but he. So when Maharaj realized, I cannot get through. You know, some people, although you try to speak to them and try to advise them, you can't get through. They're in the same place they was 20 years ago. You go back 20 years and you look for them and in the same spot. And you're still trying to advise them, boy, change your life now. Change your life now. And they don't want to change. Sometimes personally, as the Pundit, you get fed up. Okay, change your life. Think of your home. Think of your family. Think of yourself. When you realize that Maharaj, that Ravan would not listen, Maharaj realized, I am going to die. He accepted death. He thought to himself, if I help Ravan to what he wants me to do, I will die. But I will die at the hands of Bhagwan. And if I don't help Ravan, I will still die. But I could die in the hands of Ravan. Who you want to die? In the hands of God or the hands of Ravan? We all have choices to make, you know. Make your choices. The choice you make in life depends on where you will be. So Maharaj realized, I'm going to die. And realizing this, he put his hands together and he said in this chanting, Nija parama pritam deke lochan supala kari sukha payo Shri sahita anuja same kripani kata paramahanu lehu Nirabhan dhayak क्रोर जाकर भगति अभबसकार ही निज पानी सर समाध सोमो बोध सुख सागरी श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम
Maharaj realized the moment have come in his life. Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that the most important moment is your final moment. Maharaj realized that the time have come that he have to go. You know that last time Pandit Abhiranand told you that there are people, when that time reach in their lives and they have to go, they know they are going. Have some people, my dear, they are blessed with that, and all of us. The organs start, they see signs, they get signs from before that the time is coming. Because the moment you took birth in this world, Yamaraj is walking towards you. Some of us, it take a short time to reach. Some of us, it take a long time to reach. But to reach, he reaches. And all that needs is an excuse. However we see it, when that time comes for us to go, it's just an excuse. Some of us, it's not nice. Some of us, a different way. Maharaj realized that the time have come that he has to go. And Maharaj realized, if I am going, I'm going to make best use of these final moments of my life. In the Garuda Puran, it tells us how one should prepare for death, especially if we know someone is ill and someone is sick. The different things you will do for that person: smearing the ground with gobar, putting the person on the ground to lie down, spreading the kush grass, putting the shaligram, the tulsi leaves, and putting and reciting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. There are some people, devotees, when they are going to die, and they just have the opportunity to say Ram Ram, have the opportunity to say Sriram, to sing the name of God, and their life leaves. Maharaj said, you know what? The time have come. The time have come. And I am going to use this opportunity. I'm going to use this opportunity to elevate this soul. So Maharaj made up his mind. He took the form of that golden deer. He went before Sita. We all know the katha. Sita saw the deer. She told Sriram, I would like to have the skin of that deer. Sriram told her, what will you do with that? Leave that alone. She insisted. Bhagwan Ram understood the lila, that this is part of the lila. So he told Lakshman, Lakshman, I am going behind this deer. You stay and protect Sita. And Lakshman was left there. Maharaj took the form of the deer and he started to run. Prabhu Sriram took his arrow. And as Sriram started to run behind Maharaj, Maharaj is going. Then Maharaj will stop. He will look at Sriram. A smile will come. He will say, Jai Ram, Sriram. And he will continue again. And Prabhu Sriram. And while he was going, this is what Maharaj said. Rama ho Rama re, bhul mat jana, teri ayodhya chhod ke, teri ayodhya chhod ke. That Maharaj sang to himself that day, I'm going to let that Lord of Ayodhya, that Prabhu Sriram, let him steal my hand. Rama ho Rama re, bhul mat jana, teri ayodhya chhod ke, teri ayodhya chhod ke. फूल लाया पल लाया तेरे लिए, फूल लाया पल लाया तेरे लिए, फूल लाया पल लाया तेरे लिए, फूल लाया पल लाया तेरे लिए. तुझको चुराऊंगा वापस न आऊंगा, तुझको उजारूंगा वापस न आऊंगा, तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के. रामा हो राम हो भूल मत जाना, तेरी अयोध्या Sita, they look at Sriram and he's smiling. Mentally, he's offering flowers to the Lord. Mentally, he's offering the fruits. Mentally, he's offering the laddu, whatever he can offer. Offer to Sriram. He look at the Lord. And Maricha smile came, knowing the moment is coming. Every opportunity he got, he look at the Lord, knowing that that time, that moment that's called death, is coming to him. And Maharaj continued. Dupalaya, dipalaya, tere liye. Dupalaya, dipalaya, tere liye. Dupalaya, dipalaya, tere liye. Dupalaya, dipalaya, tere liye. तुझको दुआऊंगा वापस न जाऊंगा. तुझको दुआऊंगा वापस न जाऊंगा. तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के रामा हो राम रे भूल मत जाना. तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के. He offered the dhuk, the incense. Om Shri Ram. He offered light. Om Shri Ram. He looked at Prabhu Shri Ram. Shri Ram. A smile came again. And Maharaj is thinking, that Lord of Ayodhya, he's going to steal my heart. And as he bowed before the Lord, he continued again. What happened? Dura laya pani laya tere liye. 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 तुझको खिलाऊंगा वापस न जाऊंगा. तुझको खिलाऊंगा वापस न जाऊंगा. तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के रामा हो राम रे भूल मत जाना. तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के. तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के. तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के. तेरी अयोध्या छोड़ के. The only person to steal your heart is God. Don't let nobody else steal your heart. Oh God, I can't sleep, Baba. Hatabanka. Shane, call me. Babs, I ain't seen him for 3 days. You know how that is? Thank God for phone today. You know, I say write a letter and wait for it to reach 3 days and then get back a reply in 7 days. You hear get great? He thought to himself that the moment is coming. And let my Lord, my Prabhu, let him steal my heart. Marriage devotees. He ran, he stopped. He ran, he stopped. He looked at the Lord, and the time came. The time came that Prabhu Sriram said, Maharaj, I have played enough with you. We had fun. And Prabhu Sriram took his arrow. At that moment, Maharaj stopped. He looked at the Lord, and he saw that arrow is coming to him. As he saw that arrow is coming to him, Maharaj closed his eyes, devotees. And as he closed his eyes, the arrow reached to pierce Maharaj's heart. As the arrow pierced Maharaj's heart, he bawled, Ah, Lakshman, in the voice of Sriram. And then he said, Ram, Ram, Ram. And saying Ram again, he fell to the ground. He was no more. But he called Lakshman. Ah, Lakshman. When Sita heard the voice of Sriram calling, Ah, Lakshman, Sita looked at Lakshman. Lakshman, look, your brother is calling, go. Sita is telling Bauji, you don't know who is my brother? That's your husband? You don't know how powerful he is? Sita used some stinging words that we would not read to Lakshman. And then Lakshman decided, okay, I will go. But before he left, he took his arrow. And Lakshman drew a line. Now Ramayan call it the Lakshman Rekha. He drew a line and he told Sita, do not cross this line. For if you cross this line, difficulties will come your path. That line is drawn before all of us by our parents, by our guru, by our elders. Do not cross the line of culture. Do not cross the line of, well, I shouldn't say traditions. There's some traditions that are meant to be broken. Do not cross the lines of your family respect. Do not cross the line of your religion. Stay beyond that line, behind that line. You will be protected. The moment you cross your line of your culture, your religion, your family, we put ourselves to be a target. Lakshman drew that line and he left. And as he left, Ravan came, dressed as a holy man. Bhiksham Dehi, Bhiksham Dehi, he's begging. And Sita, seen a holy man come, she go to give him. But when she go to cross the line, she felt the energy of the line. In fact, when Ravan go to cross the line, he felt the energy of the line. And what happened? You hiding? Come out. And the moment she crossed the line, we know what happened. He grabbed her and he took her away. And they went. And what happened from here, we'll hear in tomorrow night's katha. The nice devotees, death will come before all of us. We do not know when it will come, how it will come. Fortunate is Bhaiya Anand. As I told Akash this evening, blessed is his father and his soul. To be born in a home and to be among family, to have a wife, to have a father, to have children, nephews, nieces, sisters, cousins, relatives, loved ones that can come together and say, you know what? Let us do something for his Atma, his soul. Yes, we are going to do the Shroud on Sunday. Look how beautiful they decorate this place. Because you know why? That is what he meant to them. That is what the memories he left with them. Beautiful ones. So that today they can say, you know what? Let us try to pay back a little. You could never ever pay back your parents' son for what they have given to you. Anybody say, I pay back my mother and father? You know, some people say, oh, I'm minding my mother. You could never mind your mother and father. I always say, blessed are those children who have the opportunity to live in their parents' home. Blessed. Some of us do not recognize that blessing. I lack that. That every day you could bow. Every day you can gain the blessings. And some of us who have that, we throw it away. Instead of giving them a smile in their face, instead of making them happy and comfortable and worry-free, we put it on them again and again and again. Why? Because of our selfish way of life. All we care about is Ayman. Once Ayman happy, Ayman good. Value your loved ones. You know, we could go and do arti for Anand here. But if Anand hand raise up from that pit here, I run in fools. It's okay to laugh. Do it for them. And I visited this home on many occasions. And they are family that will sit together. They will prepare for puja. They will have their uniform. They will dress alike. They will come together. They will share jokes. While they're doing the puja, they will pray. They will smile. They did this with their life. And that is why, even when they go to do the grandfather arati, they go pinch his toe, they go do him something to make sure they smile, this little unity, the joy they share. They go by the cousins to do puja, you see everybody together, they share. That is why you all can sit tonight and celebrate the life of Anand. And believe me, he's looking at you all. Fortunate is his soul. We do not know if we could be so lucky. We don't know if anybody could shave their head for themselves.
far less to her satsang. You know when people come today to us as pundits and say, Baba, we want an all-inclusive. You know what is an all-inclusive? Not the party, eh? If they want that is good. But they want to bury the loved one today or burn them, do shaving, do bandara, do everything one day. They don't want to do anything. Baba, close off everything today. But in my little time of Pandita and Pandit Anand, longer than me, I know if you see that somewhere yet, Baba. If you see it, share it with me, please. That way we can do everything one day and close it off. After tomorrow, after Sunday, you all have more to do. You will have Pitri Puja to do, Pitra Paksh. And as long as God grant you all as sons life in this world, you have that debt to pay for your father. Every Pitri Puja is done every day in a Hindu life. Pitri Puja is not done only Pitra Paksh. Any major function a Hindu is going to have in the form of yajna, in the form of wedding, in the form of major puja, they must honor the pitras. Last time Pandit Abhidaran shared with you that at every puja he will say Pitri Devata Swada. I does the same. Take your ancestors' name, not so? Make offerings to them. But every opportunity you get to take care of them. Bhagavad Gita tells you, when you take care of your pitras, believe me, they take care of you. But in order to take care of your pitras, you have to take care of them while they're living. Don't wait for them to dead. Take care of them while they're alive. And when they die, and you make the offering of pinda, and you make the offering of tarpan, it have more value. Maharaj devotees knew that he's going to die. And tonight, my message, if you forget everything I say, remember one thing, know we are going to die. And prepare for that. How do you prepare? What you are doing tonight. What you are accustomed doing. Visiting your altar. Doing your puja. Giving your charity. Doing whatever you can do to elevate the soul that dwells in this body. May God bless this wonderful family. And again, I remind you all, you are very special. Never think you are not special. You are very special. For if you could sit down here and listen to that Baba croak for 1 hour and a half, you're real lucky and special. Especially to sit and to listen to your Guru expound is even greater. So God bless you. God bless this wonderful family. And more so, God bless Anand. I know they would never stop doing what they have to do. As long as God grant them, and I know you have a force behind you, she's not going to let all you go. And the duty, as I think I told you that in the beginning, a woman must never be unprotected. That is why Sriram protected Sita. And a woman in her childhood days, it's the duty of her father to protect her. When she gets married, it's the duty of her husband to protect her. Not older. When she gets a little older, it's the duty of her children to protect her. She must never be unprotected. And as long as we can protect our women in society, we are protecting the Devi. And we know how powerful the Devi is. So blessings to you. Thank you for accepting the invitation and sitting in the comforts of this home. Tomorrow night we have one more night of satsang again to listen and to expound the glories of Prabhu Sriram. And then on Sunday, we perform what we call the Uttam Shaudashi. The Uttam Shaudashi devotees is what normally called the 1 year bandana. The Uttam Shaudashi is where we will sit and these boys will make the offering of the pinda. As I told you 1 year ago, the pinda offerings that you made, everything is going to be the same. But the pindas will carry a different name. 16 pindas you will offer. But those 16 pindas carries a different name to the one you did when we did at the 13-day Shraddha. In Garupuran it said, very important for us to offer 3 sets of 16 pindars in order for the soul to gain oneness with God. So you all are in that part, and when you are going to offer those pindars for the soul of your father to gain oneness with God. Whatever karma he did and whatever you did, that is going to come together. And Bhagwan is Dhanraj. He's a fair God. He will give the best results. So again, many blessings to you. Thank you very much for coming to Satsang tonight. Sincha, nice seeing you. And to all of you who have accepted the invitation, thank you to our viewing audience. Thank you for viewing. Pandit Anand is with us. And so before we have our closing prayer, I ask Pandit Anand to offer Ashirwad for us.
He Govinda, He Gopal, He Govinda, He Gopal, He Dayanidhan, He Govinda, He Gopal, He Dayanidhan. Krishna Krishna Kripalodham Gatinam Gatirbhava Sansaram Vatnanam Prashir Purushottam Anadin Hirdhano Deva Sank Chakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundarikaksha Preta Moksha Pradho Bhava Preta Moksha Pradho Bhava Preta Moksha Pradho Bhava. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Vedyasi, my cousin Pandit Navin, Durga Shakti and the other members on stage. Sitaram to each and everyone. As Pandit Navin mentioned, we are blessed to be here. Many are called and few are chosen. I always tell that to my audience at Wat Street Temple, where Anand and members of the family, they come from time to time. This is why I'm here tonight, although it's still a busy time for Pandits. You know, Anand carries the same name as myself. There's always a smile on his face. Always a smile, because his name means bliss. And if someone, your parents, will put a name like bliss for you, then why should you worry about anything? Why should you? It should always be a smile on your face. Even in death, the picture is a beautiful smile. Isn't that so? You know, in today's world, when you do the right thing, it is a crime in the age of Kali Yuga. As Panditji mentioned, well, Supnika, when she was turned away by Sriram, Sita Mata was there at that point in time. And she thought, because of her, he is rejecting me. So what did she do? What did Supnika do? She tried to attack Sita Mata, who had done her nothing. Just her presence. And this is when Lakshman cut off her nose. Because she thought she was the most beautiful. A woman's beauty is part of the nose. So took that away from her. You see, when you do the right thing in life, in this age, people will attack you and people will bring destruction to you. And they will hurt you. And that is the way in the age of Kali Yuga. But we as Hindus, we are not concerned with the material life or the physical life. Blessed indeed is this human form. Bari bhagya manushthanupava, as Panditji mentioned. Sada madhama mokshka dwara. We are on the doorway of paradise, that dwar. As I always tell my congregation, when we are born as a human being, one foot is already in Swarg in heaven. It is just to put the other one there by a little action. And this is why the family will frequent the temple where we will be. Because they recognize that as a human being, it is only in this form that you can perform certain actions. And Bhagavad Gita was read last night by Pandit Navin's cousin, Pandit Abhidanand. In the 5th chapter, in the 8th chapter, in the 5th verse, Bhagavan Krishna says, at the point of death, at the point of death, If one thinks of me, then he comes to me. And again, when you go funerals, you hear this song. Itna to karuna swami, jab pran tan se nikale, Govind naam lekar, jab pran tan se nikale. If tan, when the body leaves, the Atma leaves the tan, the body, Govinda Naam, when we take that name, then we are freed from the cycle of birth and death, avagaman, that cycle of sansar. So this is all we can hope for. At the point of death, Lord, let me remember you. Even though we are performing an action that we don't choose to perform, we can still think of God as Maharaj did at the point of death, thinking of Sriram. That was his blessing, and one cannot take your blessing away from you. They may take your life, but they cannot take your blessing. And this is why when we perform satsang, when we go temple and all of these things, that blessing will take us to the point where when there is satsang, you will have not one, not two, not three. Tonight, three pundits or maybe more. And who knows, maybe tomorrow night, maybe another pundit or a couple pundits will grace this home because of that karma of Anand. So we pray that Bhagwan Krishna bless that soul, and I pray that Pandit Navinji will continue in the way that he is going. He is going from strength to strength. And I sat there tonight, for the longest while we haven't listened to Ramayan. We had Devi Yagya, Ganesh Yagya, and so many Yagyas, but for maybe 3 years, we were not privileged to, listen to some nice chowpais. And tonight, I enjoy Ramayan tremendously. I will sit and close my eyes and just let the chowpai, flow through the mind, as it were, because it brings a sort of peace. It comforts the soul. It brings that peace to that soul. And this is why it's important that we should perform Satsang. So to this family, Dhanyavad, you have done well, gone but not forgotten in having these 3 nights of Satsang before you conclude with the final Uttam Shaudasi, so that Bhagwan Krishna will bless that soul. Let us put our hands together as we pray. Om Narayanaye Vidmahi Vasudevaye Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat Devaki Nandanaye Vidmahi Vasudevaye Dhimahi Tanno Krishna Prachodayat Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Dhanyavad Babaji.
Prem se bolo Prabhu Ramachandra ki jai. Thank you very much, Panditji. To members of our group, once more, thank you very much for being here. Wherever I have to go, they accompany me. Thank you very, very, very much. When we think it quiet down, I told them last week, and I give them a couple dates. I say, boy, we're going again. So thank you again, and we look forward for your company tomorrow night. Let us put our hands together as we have our closing prayer. Hey Prabhu Sriram, Hey Dina Bandhu Kripa Sindhu, we thank you, O Divine Father, for the blessed opportunity to sit with this wonderful family tonight, to pray with them in remembrance of their beloved soul, Bhaya Anandji. Bhagwan, as his soul comes closer and closer to you, please accept our prayer. Please accept our love. Please accept our dedication and sincerity to your right feet on his behalf, and allow him to enjoy that comfort at your feet, Prabhu. Bless his loved ones that he have left behind, that they will be able to deal with the situation, Bhagwan. That you will be able to guide them, and they will be able to make the right choices to pray to you for the upliftment of that beloved soul. Prabhu, Raksha Karo. Mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam janardana yat pujatam maya deva paripuranam tadastu me.
Tvameva Mata
च पिता त्वमेव
Tvameva Bandhu
च सखा त्वमेव
Tvameva Vidya
द्रविणं त्वमेव
Tvameva Sarva
मम देव देव
Tvameva Sarva
मम देव देव
Om Shanti
शान्ति
Shanti
हरि
प्रेम से बोलो प्रभु रामचंद्र की प्रेम से बोलो बिंद्रावन बिहारी लाल की प्रेम से बोलो सत्य सनातन धर्म की सकल पंच के जय जय Tantirippus next year से सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम
Navin Lalu Streaming Network for live streaming of any event featuring multiple camera angles, clean audio, video and photo slides. For information call 335-0205. Navin Lalu Streaming Network, bringing